Welcome to Stay Cool, Stay Connected, the Collaboration Center app in action. Chill tools, hot results. Give your clients a connected experience that keeps them coming back to you. Welcome. I'm glad that you're with us here today. Couple little things. We are asking no recording, no AI note takers, and please stay muted so there's no distractions. Unless you have a question, then please, I love questions. Please unmute yourself or use the chat box. I am going to wait for a minute or two, probably not that long, for everybody to get settled, and then we'll get started. Okay. And before we get too far into this, I do want to introduce to you who your GPR MLS team is. I want to start with Denise Mache. She is our MLS operations manager. Denise has been with the MLS for just about right about coming on 18 years, I believe. Handles all things MLS. She has a ton of experience, very knowledgeable, says on all of the latest and greatest things that are coming up in our industry. She asks the really hard questions. She digs deep to make sure that we get the answers that we need so that we can serve you to the very best of our ability, because that's what we're here for, is to help you so that your jobs are easier. Beth Powers is our MLS compliance administrator. She handles all rules, MLS rules compliance, all of the data integrity, think data accuracy, as well as system issues and MLS users groups. So if you've got a question about MLS rules, not sure about deadlines, when to have something in the MLS, can you say this? Can you not say this? When do you have to have associated documents in? All of those things. She is the person that you want to have on speed dial or text or call or email, however you want to communicate with her, and don't ignore an email from her. She also handles data integrity, think accuracy. If you see something in the MLS that doesn't look quite right, or again, you're not sure about how to put something, she would be the person that you would want to talk to. And if you're having a problem with Paragon, it's not working quite right, she communicates with Paragon. We have a designated person that we work through. She talks with them on a daily basis. I want to get in touch with Beth because that is the fastest way to get things taken care of. And if you are interested in having a voice in MLS, maybe getting to learn how it works better or have a voice in those, how rules are set up, MLS Users Group is a great way to get going in that. And she can answer questions about that and tell you how to get started. Renee Westphal is our MLS Data and Customer Support Administrator. She knows a little bit about everything because she handles all of our general assistants. So if you're not sure who to call, that would be a great place to start, because she either has the answer or she knows where she needs to go to get you the answer. She also handles that data integrity or data accuracy. So she is very helpful there as well. And she is our expert with data feeds and data vendor access. So think those third-party websites, realtor.com, Zillow, homes.com, Trulio, all of those things. Where that comes into play for you guys. Let's say, here's an example. You have a bright new, shiny new listing in the MLS, and it goes live, like we like to say in an agent world, and everything's great and you're happy, but then your seller calls who is not happy because they were just on realtor.com and their listing is not showing there, and it should be. You look at it and sure enough, it's not there. Call Renee, because she can take a really quick look at that and she can figure out usually pretty quickly what's going on, and she knows how to get that fixed. She can tell real quickly if it's something that we need to do, if Paragon needs to do it, if it's something that realtor.com needs to do. So she would be the person that you would want to give a quick call to. And then there's me. I'm JC. I am your MLS trainer. If you did not know that you have a trainer, you definitely do now. Prior to this position, 3 years ago, I was an agent just like you here in Nebraska using this system. So I've used this system just like you as an agent. I started my real estate career, about 24, 5, maybe 26 years ago, more years than I care to count. Back in Colorado, I was a broker associate, decided I loved it so much, I went back and got my employing broker's license. I've practiced in Colorado, in Missouri, as well as here. And now I do this. So that's what I do. I think that helps me because when we're talking, I understand what it is you're wanting to do. And I think that helps me identify what it is in the system you could utilize to accomplish what it is you're wanting to do. So we are your GPR MLS team, the four of us together. We are available to you Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:45. You can find us if you go to gprmls.com, go to the staff page, you will find our contact information. You can call us, you can email us, and you can text us. I do really encourage that if you do not hear from us within 24 hours of having left us a message. And it's not a holiday and it's not a weekend, to please give us a call back because something went horribly wrong. It is our goal to always get back to somebody within 24 hours, if not the same day that you have reached out to us. And if you don't hear back, that means something, we didn't get it. And because we would never not want to take care of you. So yes, please make sure that you reach out to us again if that should happen. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes something goes down and we didn't get it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started for the real reason that you're here, which is the Collab Center app. So what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about the Collab Center app, the consumer app. How it benefits you guys, it benefits your buyers, it benefits your sellers and you guys. It improves communication between all of you. It allows your clients to communicate with you. It allows you to communicate with them. It provides seller reports for you guys and gives them reports regarding performance of their listing in the MLS. No other app can do that for them. So that's what we're going to learn about today. And we will be in this slide presentation for a little bit, but then we're going to take a field trip and we are going to be in Paragon utilizing that. I'm going to show you what the app looks like to them, how you can utilize it to create, help establish and create a better relationship with them. So what is it? It's an app. All right. It is an app. It's an agent only, an invitation only. So they're going to get an invitation from you if you invite them to it. So it's going to look a lot like what you see here on your screen. They're going to get an invitation from you via email. It has an invitation code. No, you don't have to come up with the invitation. The system comes up with it for you. They go to their app store, they download it. So whichever app store they want to use, Google Play, the App Store with Apple, they download it. It's the Collaboration Center. They'll download it. It's going to ask them for an invitation code. They can copy and paste it. It is case sensitive, which is why I recommend they copy and paste it. Put that in there and it will give them their own little search. It downloads, it gives them the app. They can search in the MLS for properties, however you've set it up for them. But they can only get it with the invitation code. So you may have somebody say, oh, well, I downloaded it. I don't need an invitation. Yes, they absolutely do. They can download it. They're not going to be able to get in and use it without the invitation. So that invitation brings them to you. And this app works with your Paragon Connect app, which you use on your phone. They link kind of together so that you can utilize them. And as you know, you can set your collaboration center up to determine if they can search for properties, how they search for properties, and how they're going to interact with you. So that's a valuable experience, and it personalizes it to them, to your buyers and your sellers. So what you have to do, you have to invite them to the app. And the way that you do that is entering your person into contacts in Paragon. And then you send them a welcome message, is what we used to do. And you're still going to do that. And that sends the app invitation. You have to do that portion. And in order to do that portion, you have to have them in the Collab Center and you have to have a search set up. So this is where we are going to leave the slides and go on a little field trip. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Bear with me while I get that going and switch screens around here and get logged into my trainer account. Give me a minute. It has a little bit of a lag. Here we go. All right. So I'm click happy. So I logged into Paragon Professional. But lucky me, across the top here, you have our wonderful normal little icons that we normally see. And here's the Paragon Connect icon there for me. So now I'm going to Paragon Connect, which is my agent portion. And I am going to enter in a contact. I want to make sure I'm not going to enter in. Okay. So I'm going to go to the hamburger menu. There is where I clicked, and I'm going to go to my contacts. And I need to put somebody in, and here's the little plus button. And I will put in their first name, and that is going to be, Mark Parks. And I have to have an email, so it could be Mark at, okay. I could add in more information if I want to, if there was additional, there's a spouse or a significant other, and I wanted them to get notifications, I could put their information in here along with their email address in here. And then I would just click this little button over and it would click that on if I had actually filled that information in, but I'm not gonna. I could put in phone numbers here if I wanted to, addresses if I wanted to, as well as some general information like source. Where did I find this person? Oh, it's a family friend, or maybe they got found me on my website, or maybe it was a former client referral or off of social media, whatever it is I wanted to put. Maybe I met them at an open house at 123 Anywhere Street. Maybe I'd want to put that in there. And so then I'm going to click save. And again, here's my trainer account being just a little bit laggy. That's okay. Give me just a minute here. There we go. All right, so Mark is now a contact set up in my contacts, and this is what this looks like on my side. Um, this is where, if I had a search set up, whether he had any properties he decided on, favorited, possibility, rejected, buyer activity, if he was a seller and had anything going on, it's all brought up right here. Tells me the day I created it, any comments that I have in there under source comments, and then additional information. Up here in the corner, I've got email, phone number. I can delete this contact or I can edit it. But what I'm going to do next is set up a search by going into my buyer activity. And you're always going to have this tile here for recommended. This is if I am in here and I'm searching and I see a property that, oh my goodness, this is the perfect property. This for Mark, it's in that neighborhood. It's got all the bedrooms. It's everything he's thought about, and I'm gonna recommend this to him. And I'm gonna click the thumbs up, and it's gonna say who do I want to send it to. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna send it to Mark, and I can just click on it. And it brings up my contacts, and I can thumbs up it, and la la la, and then it shows up to him in his collab center as a property I recommended to him. But I'm not going to do that just yet. So I'm going to add a saved search, and I'm going to do that by clicking this little plus button down here in the lower right corner. And it says create a search, and this is going to be residential. So I choose my class, I select it. Here we go. And I'm going to start with my status and click all, but I'm going to remember to take out my no-shows because we can't do an auto search for a no-show. And then I'm going to click apply. I'm going to put in my price range. He has a large price range. And we have 12 results. I'm good with that. Now you'll notice up here I have a few options. I could customize things here if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. And this is my save. I can search. If I got interrupted with a phone call and wasn't sure where I left off, I could click this little arrows. I refer this as all the highways lead to one, and I don't remember where I'm at. If I clicked on it, it would then show me what I had filled out, so I would know. Or if I just decided, no, I just want to know my last search. Maybe I went here, and on that call, I went someplace else. So I just want to bring up my the last 5 searches that I had and go back there. Or a save search, last 5, whatever. I've got all those choices here. I could actually do the search if I wanted to, just if I wanted to see them first, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to click on my save button here. And it's going to say, what do I want to name it? And I'm going to say, I am going to put, this is your Mark Parks Family Home Search. Not very original, but that's what I'm going to call it. I am going to activate his collab center. So my button is on. If I wanted to turn that off, I could, but I'm not gonna. I'm going to turn that on. And I could put in a personalized message. I don't have to though. The system has a defaulted thing that it does for me. I am not required to put anything in here if I don't want to, but I could if I wanted to. Hey, Mark, here is the, the email we talked about. Download the app with the code here, and we can begin searching for your perfect home. No, not your. There we go. So that is set. Now I want to set up how my notifications go. So I'm going to do my change type. So whenever one of these things happen is when I want him to get sent a notification that fit the criteria of what I've just set up. So if there's a price change with this criteria, he's going to get a notification. Anytime there's a new match with this criteria, open house, new comment, status change, initial photo. I'm not worried about initial photos or a new comment. But I do want him to get a notification anytime there's a price change, a new match, open house, or status change. So I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to set up how often I want him to get those. It automatically defaults for your date range. It's going to start for the day that you set it up, and it goes for a year. I could shorten this up or make it longer if I want to, but I'm going to leave it alone because I'm good with it for a year. I don't think it's going to take us a year, but I'm going to leave it. And I want him to get it immediately. So every time a property gets entered that meets his criteria, he is going to get an email on it. Now, let's say he's just starting to look and he only wants to get an email once a week. I could definitely set that up to weekly, and then I could choose the day, and I could even set up the time right here if I wanted to. I could set this up monthly, and if I do that, it's going to get sent on the first of the month, and I could choose my time again. But this one I want to go out immediately. That is also where I would turn this off. So once we find a home, I don't have to delete it. I could just come back in here, open up that search, and turn it off. I get asked that a lot, so I would point that out. So I'm going to have this, leave this for immediately, close it. And then I'm also for myself, it's agent notification frequency. How often do I want to get notified every time one of those things happen? Do I want to get an agent notification? Now I have mine set up that I'm going to get a blind CC. So every time that email goes out, I'm going to get a copy of it. So maybe I don't want the agent notification. Okay, so I might turn mine off. If I'm not getting blind CC'd, maybe I do want to get that agent notification. So keep that in mind, knowing that you can always change it just by coming back in here. So I'm going to turn mine off for right now because I get that blind CC. I'm going to hit apply, and then I'm going to click save. If you don't hit apply and you don't click save, it won't save it for you. And then you have to click save overall. Otherwise, it's not going to keep it for you. So I'm going to click save. And now that's going to go out. This is going to take a minute. And so now he has been invited out to the Collab Center. He's going to download that app and he's going to start communicating with me. Okay. Now, if he uses this app, these are the things that I'm going to start seeing. Okay. Here's one of my clients. Here's a new one right here. And it keeps track of how often they're visiting their site. Looks like Sally has visited her site in the last 30 days, and it keeps it for the last 7 days. But she, in the last 7 days, has visited 3 times in the last 30 days. Pete's been here 1 time, and Henry's not been in the last 30 days, and Jillian. And then he's got these wonderful little numbers. Okay, now the legend here tells you what those numbers mean. So green are favorites, the turquoise blue is possibilities, ours are rejected, hot pink is anytime it's a new comment, and this little lavender color is anytime they save a new safe search. So the number represents how many times they've favorited one. So let's just look at Stevie over here. And she has two favorite properties, two possibilities, and rejected. And I can look and this is giving me, the agent, a snapshot of what's happening in here. Okay. She can request a showing in here. She can make comments that I'm going to be able to see. I can see our message history back and forth if we had it. Looks like she's requested a showing. This is the welcome center message that she got. Um, no, that's not there. Um, there's nothing to schedule at that time. So that requested showing was in the past. She's not a seller, but her buyer activity is going to show me here are her searches. Okay. Here's her search, and I could look at all five of them if I wanted to by clicking on it. I could disable this. I could change anything here, resend it, delete it, edit it, whatever I wanted to do. But I want to look at her favorites here. So I could look at these and see what it is she's liking. I could look at the pictures. I could see the details on these properties. Take a look at all of it if I wanted to and see what it is she's liking. So this is the agent side of it. I can see what it is she's doing, what she's liking, see what she's rejected. Okay. It just kind of gives me an idea. On the agent side. And refresh that. Oh, and see, here's my new person. Okay, so when I look at Mark, it's now going to show that he has a family home search. I can look at and see at these properties now. And I can look at each one of these properties if I want to. Get all the information, look at public remarks. I could see the agent. I could see property history, all the things I would normally see, I can see. I could recommend this property. I could look at the additional. This is going to take a minute for it to catch up because it's in my trainer account, but I could see the CRS data or RPR by clicking on here. It can give me driving directions. I could print it, whatever it is I wanted to do here. Oh, I made it angry. I've clicked too many times. Let's give it a minute. There we go. Okay. So let's say I touch back with Mark and he says, well, I didn't get your email. And I'm like, you didn't? And he says, yeah, no, I didn't get it. Well, I can just come back in here and go here and I can send him the code. Okay. I can just do it here. I could copy it and then I could email it to him. I could, if I had a phone number in there, I could text it to him, or I could just click on here and it would send a quick email. Okay, so super easy. That's where I'm going to find it. Okay, so now the other thing that I talked about is that you can set a seller up on this as well. So let's just say that, I don't think he's in here. Oh, yes, he is. Okay, so let's set up Mark, the same person, up as a seller as well. Okay, so I've put him in just like I normally would, but now there's no seller. He is not associated with any listing. So I'm going to click add, and then I'm going to select a listing. So I'm going to search. Let's do it a different way. Let's do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to go to my listings. I'm going to go to published listings. And we're going to assume that your listing is already in here. You've already entered it, it's already been published, and now you're going to assign it to a seller. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this one. And I'm going to, well, first of all, okay, so I'm going to take this one and I am going to this 3750 South 44th, and I'm going to click on the overflow menu, which is these three little dots, and I'm going to assign a contact. And then I am going to look for my person right here, and I'm going to click on it, and it says seller sign up. Okay, I could put a message in here. And again, I'm setting up. Do I want to set him up daily or weekly? And do I want to set my own self up as well? I'm just going to leave it as this, and I'm going to click save. And he has been set up. We'll go back to the dashboard here. And then I can click on this. I've got buyers and I've got sellers. And here are my listings, and you can see that my properties have a seller attached to it. You'll see Mark is set up right here. And it shows right down here that there are 5 people who have undecided, not done anything with it. There's 3 people who have favored it, 1 have made it a possibility. And we can look at the view seller stats. So he can see all of this as well. Okay, so we are looking at this in seller activity. He can see listing activity. He can see the competition. These are tabs. So we click on that, or he clicks on that within his Collaboration Center app. And he is going to find, it's going to point it out to him right here. He can click on it and see that this is competition. Here is his property. And Lancelot here, this one on here, this Lancelot Drive, it's going to show him the pictures if he wants to see them, as well as the property information, so that he can see how his stacks up as to his property. So you don't actually have to put him in your car to show him what the competition looks like. Now, if this was a live site, not my trainer account, you would see a lot of different properties in here that he could click on and be able to see that. Okay. So now he can go back and see what's happening with his property within the MLS environment. All right. So there's been 19 views. You haven't done any broker tours. Remember, broker tours are agent tours, tours that you have set up for other agents to come and view the property. It's been on the market. Let's just say it's been 3 days, but it says on here it's been 41 days. And it'll keep track of your open houses. One thing to keep track of, though, is once it goes pending, should it fall out of contract and then go back on the market as new, it doesn't keep track of the open houses that it had prior to that. It loses that. So just be aware of that. But it'll keep that, and it's within the Paragon system. And then it's got a nice little graph chart here. It keeps it for daily views of the listing after 7 days, 14 days, and 30 days. And again, if this was a live listing, you would be seeing all kinds of things here. And it's tracking in a graph the agent views, prospective buyer views, and then it also keeps track of how many views at price changes as well. And then it also keeps track of prospective buyer activity. At no time do they ever see who the agents are that are viewing it or who the buyers are. All it's doing, the system just goes, oh, an agent just clicked on that. Hashtag, oh, a buyer in the Collab Center clicked on that. Hashtag, it just keeps track of it. And then it formulates it, it puts it together in this nice little not a spreadsheet, but it keeps track of it there, and it puts it in this nice little report for you and your seller. And then again, it puts in here views, compare number of views by agents and buyers. 19 by agents, no client views. It's been recommended by 2 agents. So every time an agent has said, hey, I recommend this property to, Stevie, it kept track of that. It keeps track of every time an agent has saved it in a search and every time a buyer has saved it, searches. It keeps track of any time someone's making a comment on it, if it's an agent making a comment or a buyer is making a comment. It also keeps track of every time it gets shared in an email. So if a buyer shares it in an email or an agent saves it in an email, it keeps track of that. It does not keep track of shares via Facebook, however, because we don't share directly to Facebook from Paragon. Because our Nebraska's advertising laws are different, you can share a link and copy paste it um, to Facebook. So it tracks all that for them and puts it together in a nice little report, and they can get that every single day, or they can get that once a week, however you want to send it to them. But it gives them this nice little report so that they can see what's happening in real time as it's happening, depending on when you send them that report in the MLS. It's a tool in your toolbox so that you can talk with them about what's happening. And it's going to help you tell them the picture of what's happening in the market, what's happening with their listing in the market, which is what they need to know, right? So I like this because again, it's just that much more that it's helping me show them what's happening in the market. And it's not me telling them what's happening, it's the market telling them what's happening. I'm just the voice that is pulling it together for them and interpreting it for them. So I like it for that. Okay, so let's see. Talked about, let me show you what it looks like on their side. Um, by going into, let's see. I'll go into my Sally's account. So it's not a real account, but this is Sally Owens, and this is her collab center in her app. And this is how it looks like to her. She can search for properties by neighborhood, by address. She can do a near me search through this app as well, just by clicking on it. It's going to work just like yours does, only on hers. So wherever she's at, it's going to show her properties and she can click on them and see the information just like you do, only it's going to be client facing. Okay. She can share these properties as well. She can make a comment on it. And if she makes a comment on it, it's going to keep track of that. She can favorite it, say, it's a possibility. She can flat out reject it. She's got some additional things. She can make a comment. She can request a showing. She can even tag this listing. So if she tags it and says decided no, or, it looks like she's created some tags of her own here. She can put it in the, I want to go see this one. Okay. And save it. She can create a tag and do what she wants there. Um, anything she wants to do there, she can do that. Um, she can take a look at any of the updates so that it looks like she's got a new match. And she can take a look at those pictures. She can see just a really quick update here. She can see the helpful links. This is going to be the CRS day or the where she can contact you. Okay, so if she clicks on contact my agent, this is where she's going to see all the things that you've entered about you, the stuff in your profile. So, that stuff that I've covered with you in the past, where you set up in your settings, your collab center, where you've added your Facebook page or your Instagram or LinkedIn if you've had it. If you had a video and you put in your embedded link there and you've got a video playing about that, or if you typed in your story like I've got in here, or those additional resources. I know some of you have been in my classes and I've talked about how you can add websites. Maybe you're putting in here your business partners that you work with, for, I don't know, like your preferred vendor list. Schools or the DMV for those people who are coming in, from out of town, whatever, they're going to need that. Your HVAC people, your inspectors, title companies, all that, things that they might need that they can go straight to them. So they're right there. You can put those in there as well. So if they're clicking on that, that's what they're going to see. Kind of gives them, they can also email you here. They can call you or text you right there if they're clicking on that stuff for you. They can also go back home. They can go to their saved searches. They can get help. I like to point this out. If they're getting help, It used to be it was just an overlay where it said this is this and this is that, and it just kind of had little arrows pointing to all the different things. Paragon has replaced that, and now they have just it's refreshed and it's talking to them and has just a little training videos that are about 30, 40 seconds, a minute and 40 seconds, teaching them how to use the collab center, how to search for properties, how to favorite properties, how to reject them, how to create tags, how to make comments. They don't take very long, but they're quick, they're easy, and they're engaging. And I really like this because they are fast and it really helps them. And it's just a little bit better than having a little arrow that says this is where you find this and this is where you find that, because that wasn't very helpful at all, in my opinion. Um, so that is their help center for them. Um, they can save searches here again. She's just got one. She's got 6 properties she hasn't done anything with. So again, she can see these. She can look at all the pictures. She can go and look at all of them. She can get a bigger picture. She can see these on the map. See what that looks like. She can see the road, all the different map types, and see what that looks like if that's what she's interested in. She can go straight, if docs are available, she can go straight to the docs and look at the docs that are available. She can go back here. And let's say she wants to share this. Maybe her sister is really involved. She wants to send this to her sister to look at. Hey, sis, take a look at that. You're gonna know that she's done that. Okay. Um, and then she can favorite this property or make a comment to you, or even send you an email that says request a showing, and then you're going to get an email saying, hey, she's requested a showing. So this is what this looks like to her. This is what she's going to see. She's got quick actions. She's going to have any comments. She's got right here an unread comment from me. She can look back at the history, back and forth. She can see the recommended listings that I have sent her. All the things are right here. This is what she's seeing. Okay. I don't think my other account that I have saved here is for, yeah, let me see here. Let's see if Sally is a seller account. I don't think it is, but let's just see. Nope, it's not. All right, never mind. We won't go there. But that is what that looks like for your clients. This is what their app is going to look like. And if they're on their phone, this is what this is going to look like. So much easier. It is an app that they're going to just open up and start looking. And like I said, they can start looking for properties just like that and seeing what's available by doing the new research. I just plugged in a neighborhood, guys, and here it is. Oh, I think I want to look at the map, see exactly where this is located. I wonder what the neighborhood looks like here. I think I want to look. They're just using Google Maps. Maybe they're looking for something specific. Maybe they, if the house has ever had a water leak, they don't, they're not interested in that, so they're looking for that on the seller's property disclosures. Everybody's got something, right? So they have it right here. New structural openings in the living room, rec room, primary, all permitted. Good to know. So all good information, and they're looking at it right here on their phone because you gave them access on their phone. How awesome is that? All right. So that is how you use the Collaboration Center app with your clients, your buyers and your sellers. You can use it. That's what it looks like if you're working with them. This is what it looks like if you are utilizing it with your buyers and your sellers. Again, I highly encourage you to use it. It's an awesome app. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and chat with me. You can find all of my contact information by going to gprmls.com, go to the staff page, or you can go right to the training HQ page on gprmls.com. That is where you'll find all trainings that are upcoming, as well as my contact information, as well as other recorded videos. I thank you for being here today and have an awesome day.